Okay, I think we're ready.
There you go. Good.
Good evening. Welcome to the July 9th, 2025 West Clermont School Board meeting. Mr. Romano, please take roll.
Mr. Patton.
Present.
Mr. Rudy.
Present.
Mr. Chumley.
Present.
Ms. Sanborn.
Present.
Mrs. Spencer.
Present.
All present.
Thank you. There is a need to go into executive session. The executive session is the purpose of considering the appointment, employment, dismissal, discipline, promotion, demotion, or compensation of a public employee or official. I'll put that in form of a motion. Do I have a second?
Second.
Thank you, Mr. Rudy. Is there any discussion? Thank you. Roll call, please.
Mr. Patton.
Yes.
Mr. Rudy.
Yes.
Mr. Chumley.
Yes.
Ms. Sanborn.
Yes.
Mrs. Spencer.
Yes.
5 yes.
We will be back by 7.
You may.
For many, it's a path to seeing the world, experiencing new cultures, and growing far beyond their hometowns.
So, good evening. Welcome back to the July 9th, 2025 West Clermont Board Meeting. Mr. Romano, please take roll.
Mr. Pat,
Present.
Mr. Rudy.
Present.
Mr. Chumley.
Present.
Ms. Sanborn.
Present.
Mrs. Spencer.
Present.
All present.
Thank you. At this point, please join me in the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Next up is the motion to adopt the agenda. Would someone like to make a motion? Thank you, Mr. Rudy. Is there a second?
Second.
Thank you, Mr. Chumley. Is there any discussion? Thank you. Roll call, please.
Mr. Rudy.
Yes.
Mr. Chumley.
Yes.
Ms. Sanborn.
Yes.
Mrs. Spencer.
Yes.
Mr. Patton.
Yes.
5 yes.
Next up is the, let me see here. So the first item on the agenda in public is the retirement and rehire of Scott Hornstmeyer. If anyone wishes to speak or provide comments on this matter, please come forward at this time. Okay. We will move on to the next business item. Thank you. Next up, it looks like it's a
Okay.
video. Yep.
So the next thing that we're going to show is our WC Strong video explaining enlistment pathways for our West Clermont students.
At West Clermont Schools, we're proud to support students exploring all paths to success. Let's hear directly from active military members sharing their experiences with service, education, and personal growth.
So the Army National Guard, we do everything the Army does, but we do it part-time. So 1 week in a month, 2 weeks in a summer, it equals out to roughly 52 days a year. So if you do a 6-year contract, you're only doing Army stuff for about 315 days total. And the biggest benefit we have is that we pay 100% tuition to public colleges, and we also pay you on top of that to go to college.
So I joined straight out of high school. I was already accepted to University of Kentucky and then art school in Florida. But I wanted a little bit more of excitement right out the door. I was only 18 years old, so I chose to join the Army. I wanted to be an infantryman, so that's what I did because I wanted to kick down doors, shoot guns, do a bunch of cool stuff and travel. So I got to travel through 7 different European countries, a combat deployment, and then later on the back end, I started pursuing school. I got my 4-year degree in communications, actually from the University of Cincinnati, so I got to end up doing both the things that I wanted to do.
It is definitely possible to get both, either going by Navy Reserves or doing the enlisted route. Both you can go to college. Reserves, you can go to college full-time and still serve on the weekends and 2 weeks out of the month.
I'll kind of share my story on that route. So I grew up in Indianapolis. I grew up in a very poor area. My family didn't have a lot of money. I wanted to go to college. I knew they couldn't afford it. So I looked into the National Guard, joined that route. I have a bachelor's from UC in criminal justice. While I was attending criminal justice and in the National Guard, I also became a Hamilton County Sheriff at the same time. So I'm still employed through them as well.
Military service isn't just about uniforms and duty, it's also about discovery. For many, it's a path to seeing the world, experiencing new cultures, and growing far beyond their hometowns.
So, I'm actually from Kansas. I'm from a very small town, kind of similar to Felicity. There was not a whole lot going on. Kansas for me was very boring. There wasn't a lot going on. I felt that I needed to get away, see what the world really had to offer, and just kind of make my own decisions, kind of just see what I can do on my own. Kind of went in right after high school, graduated, and actually ended up going to Okinawa, Japan. And that's where I did my first 4 years in the Marine Corps.
It can definitely open their horizons with the travel, seeing different cultures, experiencing different cultures, the food, how different societies differ from ours in terms of technology and just how they live. It's been an eye-opener, especially going to India, going to Greece, going to Croatia, seeing just housing, how it's vastly different from ours because it's a lot older and architecture-wise. But it's a great opportunity for kids to get out of Ohio and experience more than just what's in their hometown.
Oh, I've been to a lot of places. So Japan, I've been to South Korea, Thailand, Philippines, Australia, Guam, Micronesia. I've been to a lot of different places, and I loved it.
It's okay to not have your whole future mapped out. What matters most is the mindset. Service members are looking for people who are driven, curious, and ready for something more.
Definitely looking for people that are motivated, that they either don't know or they do know what they want to do in life, but we can at least set them on a path on these are the many routes that you can take to get there. But definitely someone that's motivated to change their life, essentially. We can only do so much, but if they don't kind of give that 10-15% of this is what I want to do to better myself, we can only do so much. But definitely if they are willing to put in just a little bit of effort, we'll do the rest for them.
We look for people who want to change in their lives. They know that there's something in their life they're missing, and they want to get it, but they have to put in the hard work for it. I'll look for someone who's willing to accept their mistakes and actually want a better future for themselves.
So I'm looking for more motivated individuals, those that don't fully have a plan just yet, but have an idea of a plan, and just people that in general just look like somebody that would want to do the military or would be a good benefit to our organization.
There was an individual who enlisted into the Army Reserves and then is also simultaneously doing the University of Cincinnati's ROTC program. So he's doing the S&P, which is a simultaneous membership program. So he's able to still do part-time service while getting a check from them on one end, but then going through the ROTC program on the other. And then once he completes that, he'll be able to commission into an officer. So it's just more responsibility, a higher pay grade, and he got his full college funded for. It's about as high as a national scholarship, so he's not having to worry about a thing while having all his housing and stipends, everything paid for at the same time.
We've had a couple students the past 2 years I've been recruiting that we've worked with either the entire school year that they joined their junior summer into their senior year to they graduated and they decided this is what they wanted to do. Very smart students. I have nothing but good things to say about West Clermont. They definitely know where they want to be, have a good head on their shoulders, and the parents have been very supportive as well, so that's been very helpful.
We are West Clermont Strong. What is your WC Strong story?
Many of you may have noticed the background. That was our auxiliary gym at West Clermont High School. We had a career fair on April 9th for our students. And I know that it's important that we continue to commit to multiple pathways to help our graduating students go out and be productive and successful citizens.
Thank you. Next up is public speaking. It says visitors who wish to address the board are asked to state their name, the school organization. The remarks must be addressed to the board and should be brief, 3 minutes and to the point. Speakers may offer such as objective criticism or suggestions regarding school operations or programs. The board will not hear personal complaints or school personnel or against any persons connected with the school district unless those complaints have first been addressed through the individual departments or administrations involved. Now, it does look like we have one guest speaker, Ken Reese.
Good evening. I'm here to honor someone who has made an incredible impact on our schools, our students, and our community, our outgoing superintendent, Mrs. Adams. From the moment Natasha joined our district, she brought not only vision and leadership, but also compassion, integrity, and a deep commitment to doing what's best for children. Under her guidance, we've seen programs flourish, student opportunities expand, and a stronger sense of unity take root in our schools. She led with purpose, always listening, always advocating, and always striving to make our schools a place where every student feels seen, supported, and inspired. Whether navigating challenges or celebrating achievements, Mrs. Adams remains steady, thoughtful, and deeply human. Her presence has shaped more than policies, it's shaped lives. Teachers have felt heard, students felt believed in, families felt supported, and for that we are endlessly grateful. Though we're sad to see her go, we know her legacy will live on in the classrooms she helped transform, the educators she empowered, and the students whose futures she helped brighten. I want to thank Natasha for her leadership, her heart, and her unwavering dedication. She will always be part of this district's story, and we wish her nothing but success and joy in the next chapter of her journey. She will be missed and will always be celebrated. On behalf of the West Clermont Education Association, we'll make a small but meaningful donation to the West Clermont Education Foundation in Natasha Adams' name. Also, welcome to Dr. Fultz. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
That was very, very kind of you. Thank you very much.
Moving on to our now consent agenda would be our human resource personnel agenda.
Good evening. In front of you is our personnel agenda for July 9th, 2025. On the agenda, we have the following: the resignations of 8 teachers, 1 health clinic aide, 1 office assistant. This agenda also includes the proposed hiring of 1 assistant principal at West Clermont High School, 12 teachers, 1 school psychologist, 2 custodians, 3 full-time paraprofessional aides, 2 part-time paraprofessional aides, 1 campus coordinator. This agenda also includes the transfer and reassignment of the following: Megan Patterson from teacher at WT Elementary to assistant principal at Willowville Elementary. Monica McClenahan from child nutrition supervisor to child nutrition assistant coordinator. On this agenda, we have the proposed approval of extended days to the 2 new assistant principals to transition into their new roles. Our newly hired school psychologist, which is typical of our school psychologists annually. On this agenda, we have some corrections to our exempt salary sheet. This fixes a clerical error we had on the previous sheet. On this agenda, we have the proposed approval of supplemental contracts for multiple coaches. On this agenda, we have the proposed approval of an individual on unpaid leave and multiple school volunteers. Finally, in the work beyond the contract section, finally, in the work beyond the contract section, are proposing approval for payments for our lead elementary and secondary school psychologist stipend. This concludes the review of the personnel agenda submission for your consideration. Thank you.
Thank you.
Item 8.02 is request for approval of the minutes. The motion to approve the minutes of the June 30th meeting as presented. Item 8.03 is establishment of a memorial fund in memory of Dr. Michael Ward, former superintendent, and if I could briefly read that resolution. It's a resolution to establish the Michael Ward Memorial Fund, whereas Dr. Michael Ward faithfully and with distinction served the West Clermont Local School District as superintendent of schools from 1999 to 2004, and whereas Dr. Ward demonstrated an unwavering commitment to the academic success, well-being, and personal growth of every student within the West Clermont community, and whereas Dr. Ward's visionary leadership, tireless dedication, and profound impact on education have left an enduring legacy within the West Clermont Local School District, and whereas Dr. Ward's family and friends wish to continue his remembrance through the establishment of a memorial fund, and whereas it is fitting and proper to recognize and honor Dr. Ward's significant contributions and to perpetuate his memory through a lasting tribute that benefits future generations of West Clermont students. Now therefore be it resolved by the Board of Education of the West Clermont Local School District that a trust fund shall be and hereby is established to be known as the Michael Ward Memorial Fund. The purpose of the Michael Ward Memorial Fund shall be to provide financial support for initiatives, programs, scholarships, or projects that align with Dr. Ward's dedication to student success, educational excellence, and community engagement within the West Clermont Local School District. The Board of Education shall appoint a committee or designate an existing committee to develop guidelines and criteria for the administration, distribution, and oversight of the Michael Ward Memorial Fund, ensuring transparency and adherence to its stated purpose. The treasurer of the West Clermont Local School District is hereby authorized and directed to take all necessary steps to establish and manage this trust fund in accordance with all applicable laws and regulations. The resolution shall take effect immediately upon its adoption. So that is item 8.03. Just want to let the board also know that we have already received several donations for this fund as we go forward.
Not that I anticipated not passing, but what would happen if it didn't, to funds like that?
What would happen if it didn't pass?
If it didn't pass?
Yeah, what would happen to funds like that?
The
I'm not.
funds would be returned back to the donors.
Okay.
But, yeah, we return the funds back.
I was just curious. I was just curious.
So we already started, they already started immediately coming in and
That's
the
awesome.
wishes of the family.
That's awesome.
And I'm sure that Mike is smiling down from heaven, very pleased with this.
Yeah.
He loved West Clermont, and if his health would have been better, he would have stayed longer.
Item, we set with this? All right. Item 8.04 is request for motion to approve the authorization for the superintendent and treasurer to negotiate and execute contracts as presented. There are a number of contracts listed. Majority of these contracts are for the curriculum contracts for the different software, different curriculums that are there. There's contracts for the operations department. Most of these contracts and the dates of them are effective for July 1 through June 30th and or for the school year, August 1 through July 31st. So as we get into July and August, you'll see numerous contracts coming to the board for approval. Most, if not all of these, are renewals of existing contracts that are already there. I don't believe there's any new ones in this group. But the recommendation is to authorize the superintendent treasurer to negotiate and execute contracts as presented.
Mr. Romano?
Yes.
I'm not sure if I missed this on the first glimpse of me looking, but I see a contract in here that is a bit of a conflict of interest for me.
So we can remove that?
Please.
Okay. So the request is to remove out the Clermont County SRO.
It's just to clarify, I work for the sheriff's office. That is a conflict of interest. Again, I saw Union Townships in here. I'm not sure when that, but I cannot vote on that. So yes, if
Okay,
you
so-
can, we're going to pull that one out.
Out of this resolution, we will remove as listed Clermont County School Resource Officers, January of 26 through December of 28.
The only one you need to pull out is just the one that you're contracting with the sheriff's office.
Yeah.
The Union Township is,
So we will remove that and add that as item, we'll remove that and we'll add that after the consent agenda.
yeah, okay. Again, I apologize, I'm
It's
not,
our fault, we should have removed it.
yeah, okay, thank you.
Yep. Any other questions on any contracts?
The K-12, the five-year forecast, what is K-12?
So-
What is Chris Moore doing for us?
So that is, there's a sophomore platform that's used, that we used and have been using for the last 5 years, that generates the five-year forecast for it. So as you see the five-year forecast that we present every November and May, they upload the valuation, they do the state formula, put that into the software, and so then we're then allowed to put our data into that, and it develops it. So we put our assumptions, our projections in there, and it does the five-year forecast, it does the notes, it does the, we do it, but it's the platform that we use for it, and it also does the presentation. There's a module that then creates the upload file to the State Department of Education that we have to do.
Okay, thank you.
Yep. Item 8.05 is request for approval of purpose and budget statement for the 2025-2026 school year. There is one presented, and that is for the Thespian Society for FY26. Item 8.06 is authorization for the treasurer to request tax advances, and that's to the Clermont County Auditor. We actually already did submit that request to it, but this is just following up with the board approval and authorization for that. That's done twice a year, once in January and once after June 30th. Item 8.07 are the financial statements, bills, paid, lists, and investments. Those are for the month of June 2025 as listed. Just a specific note, just congratulations to Terry and the team of getting that year-end closed in kind of record time. They actually had it closed last Friday, which was pretty stellar for a district our size to do. So the consent agenda is items 8.01 through 8.07, with the exception of removing through the contracts the Clermont County SRO contract out of that.
Thank you. You've heard the recommendation. Would someone like to make a motion? Thank you, Mr. Rudy. Is there a second?
Second.
Thank you, Ms. Spencer. Is there any discussion? Thank you. Roll call, please.
Mr. Rudy?
Yes.
Mrs. Spencer?
Yes.
Mr. Patton?
Yes.
Mr. Chumley?
Yes.
Ms. Sanborn?
Yes.
5 yes. Okay. And then we'll record as item 8.08 outside of the consent agenda, and that will be the request for authorization for the superintendent and treasurer to negotiate contract for the Clermont County School Resource Officers, January of 26th through December of 28.
Thank you. You've heard the recommendation. Would someone like to make a motion?
So moved.
Thank you, Mr. Rudy. Is there a second?
Second.
Thank you, Mr. Chumley. And again, I'll just reiterate that I will abstain from voting on that particular contract because of the conflict of interest. I do work for the sheriff's office, so I cannot vote on that. So I will abstain from voting. Any other discussion? Roll call, please.
Mr. Rudy?
Yes.
Mr. Chumley?
Yes.
Ms. Sanborn?
Yes.
Mrs. Spencer?
Yes.
Mr. Patton?
I will abstain.
4 yes, 1 abstention. Okay, thank you.
Okay, for superintendent comments, I just want to take a moment to say thank you to the board for having faith in me to move this district forward. I'm excited about this opportunity to keep going in the right direction and supporting our staff, our children, and our community. Last week, I had a parent walk up to me and reminded me that when I was the principal of Brentnor Elementary School many years ago, that I shook her child's hand as he walked across the stage during our kindergarten ceremony. And in this May, I will shake that same man's hand as he walks across the stage to graduate. And I got chills because I thought, number one, wow, I'm getting old. to bring that full circle, and she's like, can I have a picture? I'm like, we will figure out how to get you a picture of it because I want you to have that. So I'm excited to be in the district, starting my 14th year next school year. So I deeply care about this community and our staff and our children, and I'm excited about doing all that I can do to provide the best educational experience with the board as we can provide given our financial situation as it may unfold. Again, I just want to say thank you to the board for believing in me, and I look forward to doing great things together.
Thank you, Dr. Foltz. Mr. Romano?
Good, thanks, sir. Welcome to Dr. Foltz again, and I'm excited, to start that journey with you as you go forward with you and the board with that. The only comment I have this evening is, although we kind of kept our foot to the pedal with our advocacy, and although the biennium budget is over, it's not over. So we know that House Bill 96 was passed. We know that the governor had a list of vetoes, and we do know that the General Assembly is having discussions about overriding some of those vetoes. To our knowledge or initial intelligence on it, that it really goes back to overriding some of those issues or items that restrict revenue growth for the school district, property tax revenue growth, that restrict the ability to go back to the ballot. I believe they're looking at a provision that was vetoed, but going back and giving some more authority to the county tax budget commission for some oversight with the school districts, and I'm sure there may be some other ones. But, you know, we should still keep in touch with our representatives and others to see where that's all going, you know, to lessen any, you know, negative impact to the school district. So it could go on. They could vote as early, I think, when they come back in July, third or fourth week of July, or it could extend out past 90 days. So just be aware that we need to continue our advocacy efforts. One of the things that we said we would do, and I think we need to continually emphasize, is, and we should not abandon it, it is really about targeted relief, targeted property tax relief for individuals that, you know, were in a situation where their valuation grew but may have been on a limited income and may need some relief. So I don't think we should abandon that, even though this is all over with. So, you know, the board should probably, you know, chime in on that somewhere up the road as to, you know, what we might want to do on that end also. Okay? That's it.
Thank you, Mr. Romano. Looks like we're moving on to board business. I'll start with board comments. Mrs. Spencer?
Well, I don't really have any comments other than welcome, David. We're glad you're here. And I look forward to working with you and moving the district forward. And hope everybody's enjoying the summer, staying cool.
Thank you.
Dr. Foltz, congratulations. I look forward to working with you this year. It's been a pleasure to have gotten to know you over the 10 years that I've been on this board, and you have done phenomenal things. And you really do care about this community, and you care about the students and the staff, and it shows. And I thank you for that. Congratulations to all the administrators that have been chosen to work at this school district for the 24-25 school year. I look forward to seeing you do great things, and God bless you, and good luck.
Thank you. Mr. Chairman?
I will continue to heap on the praise. It's been a pleasure working with you for the last 5.5 years. I feel like I'm getting old too.
Oh, brother. How do you think I feel?
Thank you.
Well, we know you're getting old.
Easy.
But I very much look forward to working with you at this new capacity. I think you're the best fit for the job. So another 5.5 years.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you, Mr. Chumley. Mr. Rudy?
I'll also say welcome to the position. I have known you for 13 years, and I always get the same from you. You're always even-keeled, friendly, nice person, hard worker. We're glad to have you.
Thank you. Thank you.
And I also like to welcome the new administrators.
So the first thing I'm going to start with is our next board meeting, because I tend to forget that, and Mr. Chumley yells at me. So our next board meeting is August the 4th, 2025, at 7 p.m. here at the Civic Center. I, too, want to personally welcome all of our new staff, from teachers to paraprofessionals to custodians to our principals, all the way up to the district office. I want to welcome everyone to our district, and I look forward to a great start to the new school year. Dr. Foltz, again, just to continue to echo, I do look forward to working with you, and congratulations on the new promotion here.
Thank you.
Josh, you did a great job tonight. So, you did not. You did a great job tonight, so I want to commend you as well. So that's all that I have. We have no need for executive session, so it's someone, it looks like at this point, I think this is our earliest, yes, making a motion. I got the first by Mr. Rudy.
Second.
Mr. Chumley is seconding it. I'm assuming there's no discussion. Roll call, please.
Mr. Rudy?
Yes.
Mr. Chumley?
Yes.
Ms. Sanborn?
Yes.
Mrs. Spencer?
Yes.
Mr. Patton?
Yes.
5 yes. 7:31.
All right.
my name is